Well, today I'll be doing my review on the brand new SpongeBob video game that came out yesterday in North America on January 29th, 2023. Because I know this game will come out next month in Japan. As I know it's a spiritual successor to Creature from the Krusty Krab, for some reason it feels like more of a standalone sequel to Battle for Bikini Bottom. As I call this game, SpongeBob SquarePants The Cosmic Shake. In this video game was originally announced in 2021 by THQ Nordic on the company's 10th anniversary showcase. And it was first announced to be a 2.5D styled cel-shaded CG animation video game that takes inspiration from the likes of Arcane, Bad Guys, Mitchell's vs. the Machines, Spider-Verse, as well as Intergalactic, and finally, last but not least, Big Night. Even though this game took a lot of interesting art styles of what they want to see, I know the developers saw Spider-Verse for inspiration. They had an idea of creating the idea of a multiverse quest that SpongeBob is going to do this. For the first time ever, we should not waste any damn time to focus on the story. Well, it all started when SpongeBob and Patrick met a devious fortune teller named Cassandra, who gives them a potion full of mermaid tears, claiming that it grants wishes for those who are pure of heart. Naturally, they both get overexcited and create a flurry of wishes to open the very fabric of the space-time continuum. In what they release all the cosmic jelly onto Bikini Bottom that opens portals to strange wish worlds in the process. Now, it's up to SpongeBob to rescue his friends who have got lost to the wish worlds and bring back Bikini Bottom's most iconic buildings. But Cassandra has a devious master plan that is hell-bent on creating a collided merged reality. Well, despite all that purple goo everywhere, this is basically a typical MacGuffin quest. For some reason, there's like over 30 fantastic costumes, and it added new platforming skills like fish hook, swing, and karate kick. And also, they added a buddy movie banter for SpongeBob's permanent companion, Balloon Patrick. Even though it takes inspiration from Super Mario Odyssey, it features all your favorite Bikini Bottom memes from the show, from the original actors. And you can enjoy the game that will feature over 10 songs from the series, including Sweet Victory. This game also had a special bonus as some sort of promotion tie-in to think of that about this whole game. This game, however, was originally going to come out on July 15th, 2022, was delayed to August 12th, 2022, and finally, it was moved up to January 24th, 2023 as a pre-order early bird release, even though before tomorrow's actual release would come out. Despite this, throughout the whole quest, SpongeBob goes to Wild West jellyfish fields in order to discover that Mr. Krabs has hijacked a train containing cosmic jelly. Even though just as Sandy was about to arrest him, he takes Mr. Krabs back to Bikini Bottom. Then, he travels to karate downtown Bikini Bottom when Squidward is directing a film that stars Sandy Cheeks. After that, SpongeBob becomes so popular in gaining fame and fortune, but wakes up to discover that Sandy is still alive. However, they go to Pirate Lagoon where the Flying Dutchman's ship has been stolen by Admiral Prawn, who has pretty much decided to get revenge on him for what he did to him in Battle for Bikini Bottom. Although SpongeBob bounces his way to get back Dutchman's sock, he manages to defeat Prawn as SpongeBob sets out to Halloween Rock Bottom to find his pet snail Gary. But Gary has become a kaiju-sized monster, and that's how SpongeBob accidentally brings him to Bikini Bottom, but finds a way to shrink him down to the size of his normal self. Then he goes to prehistoric kelp forest to rescue Pearl, who's become Pom-Pom. And however, Squidward's being kidnapped, so this time SpongeBob manages to rescue Squidward and Pearl in the process before the volcano erupts. However, he goes to medieval sulfur fields where Princess Pearl is hosting some sort of a festival to honor SpongeBob's bravery, but Twitchy the Rich tricks him into following a pony, some sort of unicorn, where SpongeBob is forced to follow her path. And when he goes to Jelly Glove World, he finds that a Glovey Glove has turned on him for losing all of his fans, including SpongeBob himself. Then he heads back to Bikini Bottom and finds Squidward being possessed by Cassandra. And this time, in order to turn him back to a human, he finds a way to reverse the polarities of all the cosmic jelly. And then he turns Squidward back to normal after Cassandra gets zapped into her own portal to death. Even though the ending cutscene is a bit Gynax's, Patrick says that he would wish that they should start all over again, and it ends on a cliffhanger. Now wait, let me get this straight. Despite the whole thing about what I saw, speaking of this whole multiverse quest thing, it's kind of hilarious to have a quest being used on some sort of MacGuffin artifact. Despite the awesome gameplay and a kick-ass soundtrack, I'd say I found an interesting taste of it. I'd say I had no idea what to think of, but Word of God mentions why I should find a better way to give this movie this perfect video game, some sort of interesting ranking number. Even though for an action-adventure video game, I'd say I'd give this game just an 8 out of 10. As I say, this is one of my favourite licensed video games in the bunch. I'd say it's kind of fun, but right now I'm going to have mac and cheese with my mother. So, with that out of the way... Oh, and by the way, you know what the lesson of SpongeBob SquarePants The Cosmic Shake is? The lesson is, you should be careful what you wish for if you don't want to trust a fortune teller. Even though that's kind of tricky of what I saw in a multiverse situation. This whole metaverse thing is gone completely bonkers. But that's all I can say about this one. And if you hit the like button and subscribe, that could be me signing off. So, bye-bye.